lately I have started filming my life more intentionally. And since starting this YouTube channel, I have added more gear to my camera kit. So I did want to share with you guys what I use to make my filming process a little bit more easy and efficient. I am a freelance photographer, so some of the things in this kit are from my freelance work, but I have added things to it to make my filming process a little bit more creative and a little bit more fun. With that being said, I would like to share with you guys what's in my camera bag and what has helped me throughout this time making YouTube videos. So for my settings, I usually keep things the same across all of my cameras. Film in 4K, 24 frames a second, 1/50. Most of the time I film in 10-bit 422 so that I'm able to color grade after. And then I do color grading on DaVinci Resolve. If you're interested in using DaVinci Resolve, I would definitely take the chance. It's free for the most part. Of course, they have like a paid version with all of the features. If you're just starting out, I would recommend to use it because again, like I said, it's free. My main camera that I use is the Sony a7C II, and it has been such a great camera. I think that it's probably the best hybrid version of a camera that you could find. I love that it's a full frame sensor. It is very versatile. You could also make it a really small setup if you had like a really small lens on here and took off, of course, all of the accessories that I have. You could use it, in my opinion, for professional work. Maybe some people wouldn't recommend it because of the lack of dual card slots. And I've heard some overheating issues. I personally haven't had that problem with it. This is just what works for me, and this is what has worked for me. I just love that you can do both photo and video. To me, that was very important, and to me, that was one of the main reasons why I purchased it in the first place. So the second camera is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which has been probably the most surprising camera. I didn't know I would be using it as much as I do. It was actually a gift from my boyfriend and very unexpected. It has been very handy. You could throw this into your purse, a backpack, your pocket even, if you take off all these accessories. And the fact that it films in 4K and also 10-bit 422 is crazy because it's so tiny. You can get really cinematic shots with this. I really think that this is a great starter camera. Of course, it's not cheap. You could probably find used ones on like eBay or like Facebook Marketplace. You can add tons of accessories or have it with no accessories at all. The audio for this camera is also amazing, so you don't need to really like invest in like microphones. The gimbal as well is something that I really love. You can do a lot of action shots with this. If you want to do like handheld running or walking while you're also talking, this is really perfect. This is definitely something that I would say to pick up if you're wanting to start filming your life. I just feel like this has been something that has pushed me to be more creative and that has also inspired me to be more creative. I wouldn't recommend this if you're wanting to get into photography, obviously, because this is a video dedicated camera. So just keep that in mind. The third camera and newest camera that I've added to this kit is the Fujifilm X100VI. I've actually not gotten a lot of time to work with this or to mess around with it because not only did I just get it on Christmas, which is a little more than a month ago, but it did end up having a little issue. This is actually my second one because the first one that I got started to wear on the lettering here. So I got in contact with B&H and they were able to send me in a new one, which I am really thankful for. I wanted this camera for photography. As I said, I'm a freelance photographer, but not necessarily for work purposes, more like personal purposes. I thought that this would be great because of Fujifilm's color science and their internal film simulations. They are really, really beautiful. And I wanted something that I can throw in my bag when I'm traveling or bring with me when I'm traveling or just anything, and not worry about having to color grade after or worry about different lenses or anything like that. It's also really useful, of course, that it films in 4K, 10-bit, 422. It's super light and it's definitely super portable. The times that I have brought it around have been very pleasant. Hopefully I can take this on trips in the future. For now, from what I've used it, it is a great, great camera. I would recommend this if you're wanting to get into more of the photography side of things over the video side of things. So as far as lenses for the Sony, I only have two lenses which I use all the time. The first one here is the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 II. I got it last year. I actually upgraded from the same size lens, just a different brand, which is Samyang. Although I did like that lens, it was a little more bulky and the technology I felt just wasn't there. So after saving up some money and selling my old one, I was able to purchase this one for a pretty good price. It was on sale, and on top of that, I got a student discount. It just made sense for me and the type of work that I do. And of course, it also helps with the channel and the videos that I make on here. This is a very versatile lens. I really love that you can get like wide shots as well as up close and tight detailed shots. It's so good for both video and photo. I think it's great for your kit if you don't want to be having to buy a bunch of different size lenses and you just want to have one dedicated lens. I would definitely recommend this. It's not cheap at all, but comparing it obviously to the Sony line of lenses, it's way cheaper. So the second lens that I use is the Rokinon 14mm f2.8. It is a super wide angle lens. I really wanted to add a wide angle lens to my kit, and I thought that this would be a cheaper alternative than going for something in the Sony line. There are a couple of things that I don't love about it. I am not able to add any type of filters on it. So I found a solution, which is a clip-in filter, which goes inside of the camera. It is a black mist, 1/4 strength diffusion filter. At first, I was a little bit intimidated by the intensity of the filter, but after having it for a while, I really love that dreamy and gentle effect that it gives both photos and video. I think it adds a softness that just looks really pleasing in my opinion, and I would definitely recommend them for a more creative, moody look. So on the topic of filters, I actually have this K&F Concept Nano X Series variable ND filter for my 24-70 Sigma. It has been really great, so I also do recommend it. And for the Osmo Pocket 3, I also have a variable ND filter along with a black mist filter. Super easy to just put on and take off. They kind of just magnetize to the lens here. Easy to just throw it on there or take it off if you don't want to use it. For the Fuji, I actually have the same exact 1/4 filter. It's also from K&F Concept. It's just to add that consistency throughout my videos. I don't have a variable ND filter on that camera because it has an internal one, but if I feel like I need it down the line, I might look into something to put on there. For audio, I keep things really simple. I have this DJI Mic Mini. It really caught my attention when I was upgrading a lot of my gear because I did not have a microphone before, and I saw that the price was really accessible. I got the one that just has a receiver and one mic. I love that it's very low profile and that you could just basically throw it on anywhere. For tripods, I usually rotate between the Ulanzi TT38, which is like the one-click tripod. It is a little like tabletop tripod, which is super handy, especially if you're like vlogging or making videos in public. Place your camera down on a table, a chair, or even a door because it has a little hook on it, and it gets really creative shots and it's very portable, and it's just an overall really good tripod. I would definitely recommend this for vlogging or just on the go type of shots. The second tripod that I find myself using for almost every single video is this Ulanzi like Go Travel tripod. It's carbon fiber, it's super lightweight. I also love that you can do overhead shots with this. If you're into like product photography or you just want to get really cool creative shots, this is definitely something that could help with that. It has the same quick release system that the tabletop tripod has, so it is another reason why I picked this one up. I also have this mini tripod also by Ulanzi for the DJI Pocket 3, and it just has these 3 little legs that you can plop down anywhere and they expand. It does make the camera a little bit longer, but it's really not a big deal. As far as bags, I really just go with the situation that I'm in. If I find myself standing up for long periods of time or doing freelance work, I usually reach for the Peak Design everyday backpack in the 20-liter size. I really love that it has these side zippers because you can access things really quickly. And if you're ever working freelance or professional work, then you would know how there are situations where you need to swap out lenses, and if you have a bag that isn't as functional, it can get a little bit annoying. I really love that it's super spacious. Although it's expensive, I would recommend it. I actually bought mine used on eBay. If you're looking to get a backpack of this kind, I would recommend maybe looking at a used version first if you are on a budget. I think I've had it for around like 6 years, so yeah, I definitely would would recommend it. I've also traveled with it, and I think that it is super comfortable. Definitely worth checking out. The second bag that I use is the K&F Concept 2-in-1 sling bag. This one's actually fairly cheap. I think it's like $35 to $39. It is very spacious. It's honestly pretty comfortable. It has this like padding for your shoulder. I've carried my A7C2 along with my 24 to 70 and 14mm lenses, and also the DJI Pocket 3, and everything fits in here. So it's super spacious. I can carry my tripod on the bottom here. I really love the look of it and the material as well. Not 100% sure if it's waterproof, but I feel like this could be water repellent. Very convenient for on the go if you're going on like a trip. I would definitely recommend this as well. So this last bag I actually talked about not too long ago. I actually got this as a Christmas gift. It's just like a shoulder bag. It's obviously not meant for cameras. I was trying to find something that was a little bit more low key than a backpack or a sling bag that is kind of painfully obvious that they're camera bags. I think that when it comes to traveling or being in places that you might not be familiar with, and having a bag with a bunch of gear in it and being so obvious isn't like the safest feeling. So I found this alternative and I've loved it so much. It's really pretty actually. It's so many things in here. It has a lot of different compartments inside of here just to make things a little bit more safe. I have this Earth camera cube. I had heard about camera cubes for a while, but never invested into one myself because they're not the cheapest thing for what they are. But I did want to keep my A7C2 safe whenever I am just out and about. So I usually throw in the A7C2 with both of the lenses in here. And then what I'll do is if I want to carry the Fuji with me, it's also very easy to just put it in any of these little compartments. Both sides actually have that same compartment, which is very convenient. If you're wanting to create like your own type of camera bag, I would recommend something like this. If you want to stay more with the camera dedicated bags, I would definitely go for either the Peak Design bag or the K&F Concept bag. So if you're somebody who is looking to film their life and you feel a little bit overwhelmed, I would definitely recommend looking at the Osmo Pocket 3. If you're a little bit more of like a freelancer or a hobbyist, I would recommend the Sony A7C2 because it is one of the best hybrid cameras. And if you are looking to get into photography with the option of occasional filming, I would recommend the Fuji X100VI because it is more of a photo dedicated camera and it takes very beautiful pictures straight out of the camera. So this has been the setup that has worked best for me, and hopefully I was able to provide a little bit of information on what you can use to film your life. Don't feel like you have to buy a bunch of gear to make videos, but also know that there are options if you're wanting to get into photography or videography or just to record your life. I think that a lot of the tools that I provided here are helpful, but again, no pressure. This was just helpful information that I wanted to share with you guys. I will link everything below in case you're curious so that you can find any of the stuff that I talked about today. With that being said, thanks so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.